Yep, there's Willie. Yep, there we go. Yo,
What's up?
what's good? What's good?
Nothing
We got
much.
everybody on here?
Waiting on Cam.
Come on, Cam. Yep, 20 minutes. There he is.
How y'all doing? How y'all doing?
Doing good. How are you?
Doing good, doing good.
Cool, cool. All right, y'all. The line is open for questions. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Jeremy Wahman, and I'm the host of the Cardinal Sports Zone podcast. I'll be your moderator for tonight. Tonight's edition of the Louisville LiveStream on the RaveOn Sports App, which is brought to you by the U of L Collective, the 502 Circle. The purpose of this innovative idea is to bring Cardinal fans together with their favorite players, past and present, and be able to give them an avenue to where they can get to know the players a little better, have a little interaction. You know, the fun things that, man, I wish we had when we was in college as well. Tonight we welcome in a couple of special guests. First off, he hails from Racine, Wisconsin, has played in 3 of the best conferences in the country. He primarily played D lineman in high school, but has flourished on the offensive line. And most importantly, he wears the greatest number of all, 55. He is the starter on the highly touted Louisville offensive line. It's the man, Willie Tyler. Willie, what's good?
What's up?
Look, was that a good introduction?
That was great. That was great.
All right, I appreciate
that.
Well, I can't forget our guy over here joining us from the VA. He comes to us after playing 4 years at North Carolina. He's one of the significant pieces that holds our secondary together, and it's one of the reasons, in my opinion, our secondary has stepped it up a notch in a big way. Number 11, Cameron Kelly. Thanks for joining us, Cam.
Nice seeing y'all. Nice seeing y'all.
Nice seeing you too. All right, y'all. Look, ask your questions in the chat line. It'll come up. I'll go ahead. Y'all shoot them through the chat line. I'll read them off to you. In the meantime, while we're waiting for you all to get logged in, get your questions in. I've got a couple myself. We'll start with you, Willie. How you been, man?
I've been pretty good. Just school, work, practice. That's really much it. Football season. How about you?
Cam, what about you?
Practice, film, just getting back at it.
Man, I'm so glad I don't have practice or school anymore. Y'all make me feel real happy about that. Let's see. Come on, y'all. We get them questions in. All right, Willie, I'm going to go with you first, man. We talked in the preseason about first question I asked you after you committed was, uh, you know, what your interests were. And you're like, man, I love to eat. And I gave you a couple of suggestions about where you could go. But I was like, man, if you really want to know where to go eat, Madden, Luke, they have a little docu-series on YouTube where they go around to restaurants in the city. They try different foods and they give their opinions on it. What kind of places did they suggest to you?
Honestly, they suggested a lot. I went to a few with them. I cannot remember the name of all of them though. Like they gave me a lot. I was just talking about them too. I want to say one was like Mama's Barbecue. They liked that. It was a breakfast place that they had got burritos from.
Okay. Yeah, I think I know. I don't remember the name of that restaurant, but I do remember that episode. Yeah, we got that's one thing I will say. We do have a lot of good places to eat here in Louisville. Cameron, I know I've already called you Cam a couple times, like we've been boys forever. I have to ask your permission. Is that okay if I call you Cam?
Oh yeah, that's smooth. That's what I like. A lot of people call me by, so it's cool.
All right, cool. I just wanted to make sure I wasn't trying to like we've been cool forever. Just like, all right, I appreciate that. All right, sorry, we got people in the background. What has been the biggest adjustment that you've had to make since coming to Louisville?
To be honest, just new scenery. I love the scenery. It's great out here. I mean, like I'm gonna talk about the food real quick. You know, I go to a brunch spot every week, Conhuevos.
Every day.
Okay.
Top of line, top of the line. I go to the one off of Hertzburg or something like that. But nah, the biggest adjustment, probably just like as anywhere, is just like assimilating to like, you know, a new team, a new like not even new scheme. It's just assimilation like throughout the facility and through the team. But I mean, as soon as I walked in the door, it was open arms. You know, nobody treated me any different, and it's been a great time. It's been a great time, man. I just love working with these guys. Uh, shoot, I mean, I'm blessed to be here. I'm blessed to be a part of this team. So, I mean, I have no complaints. I mean, I love every second of it.
Absolutely. And we're glad to have you here. We're going to go to the first viewer question. It's from simply named The Dude. And Cam, we'll start with you on this one. What's your thoughts and interests on possible careers after college or the NFL? Good question.
That's a great question. I mean, definitely, you got to aim for the NFL, right? You know, I mean, that's one of the dreams that start all this. You know, uh, from being a kid to going to middle school to going to high school. You know, you always think about the next level. You see like your favorite teams growing up, going to the Super Bowl, losing the Super Bowl. You go like, man, I want to play in that. I want to make sure we win the Super Bowl. I mean, so it's always been a dream of mine, and definitely have aspirations to go to the next level. And I can't wait to see how all those cards play out. But also, I mean, I want to dibble and dabble in some real estate, some
Okay.
distillery. I'm in a distillery certificate program right now, and I mean I'm learning a lot about that. There's a lot of money to be made in those two areas, but also I mean I major in psychology at UNC, so I mean the sky's the limit. I mean I'm really good at interacting with people, so anything that has interactions or face-to-face contact or anything, I mean I'm all up for it. So.
Absolutely. I was going to say, I interview a lot of people, and a lot of them are shy. A lot of them just, they just are not made for doing the question and answer stuff. And so far, you two are at the top of my list, man. Y'all doing really, really well. So I
Appreciate
appreciate
it.
that. Willie, what about you? What are your thoughts? And you got a lot to stack up to, man. Cam went all the way from psychology to distillery to NFL. I don't know what's left. What you got?
Now, mine is like similar to his.
Okay.
NFL is the end goal. Um, and really just doing that, and like real estate is big. Real estate is big, and then just I want to open up my own business. I love shoes and clothes and stuff, so like open up a resale business or get into a clothing line, just something along those lines, and to the point where I could uh like be my own boss is really my goal in the end.
Listen, that's everybody's goal, and it took me a long time. I'm blessed to be able to say that I am now that, but if y'all work hard and you put your mind to it and you stay focused, obviously that's all the stuff you hear as a kid, but it will happen for you. I'm sure of that. Lewis J says the South has the best food. I grew up in the South End of Louisville. I'm gonna have to say I love the food in the South End, but the West End also has a lot of great places to eat as well. That's where some of the more hidden gems are, if you will, because uh, a lot of people that don't live in the West End don't venture out to it very often. So when you do find a spot out there, you cherish it a little bit. Um, Willie, I talked to Scott Clark on the basketball team about the legacy. You all took on a big responsibility by picking the number 55 in this city. It is one of the most respected and endeared numbers here in Louisville. For football, Mario Benavidez wore it. Keith Kelsey wore it. I wore it before either one of those, so I'm going to take claim to that first. But what was your reasons? Like everybody's got their own reasons for picking a number. What was your reasons for picking out 55?
Uh, so when I first like became offensive line, I always seen like 77 as like a go-to number. And when I first got to college, 55 was taken at junior college, and then I got to Texas, and it was open, so it was just always a number I wanted. And my uncle helped me pick it out because I was super close with him, and he never really got into sports. So it was like I asked him, okay, what number should I go? And he was like 55. So I picked it because of him and tried to stay with it all the way. Went away from it for 2 years, but I felt like it was right to end my college career in it.
Absolutely. And for me, if you all know me at all, my number 55, it's in all my logos. It's been a way of life for me. Like most of the time, my last name is Wahman. A lot of people couldn't pronounce it or didn't feel like it. So it was like, 55, come here, 55. So it's been a big part of my life. And just to see somebody, I've never seen a basketball player with it. So Sky, like, absolutely, I was like, love you, Sky. I appreciate that. And then now you've got it as well. And that's primarily a defensive number. And just a real quick story, because they've got other questions they want to ask. This isn't the Jeremy show tonight. That show comes on at 7 o'clock on all the social medias. That was a humble, cheap pop there. My freshman year of high school, I was the only freshman, so everybody else got their numbers first. And when they passed it down the little stickers you put on your helmet, there were only 2 jerseys left, and it was 99 and 55. I'm like, I don't want to be 99, so I picked 55, and I did not realize at that point how big of a decision I had made and how big that factor would be. What about you, Cam? Reasons for picking number 11?
I mean, it's kind of like the luck of the draw, but I mean, just coming in late, just like I mean, shoot, I like wearing the sticks. I mean, it's cool. I call them the sticks, but even my mom said I needed something new. I wanted a fresh start, and then 11's been really good to me, and then shoot, I mean. I haven't really thought of a meaning behind 11 yet, but it's gonna work up. I mean, I'm big on angel numbers, so 11, I always make a wish. So this is the
There you
season to make all
go.
my dreams come true.
For sure. And if all else fails and you think of something cool in the middle of the night, just tell people that's what the reason was for all along. They'll never pay it. In today's society, people don't pay attention for that long. They'll believe it immediately. Let's see. Uh, Mark's full of it. Great username, by the way. Wants to know what y'all's favorite hype song is before the game. Cam, we'll go with you first.
Oh man, shoot, I was I know the guys are tired of me in the locker room when I play it. So I'm singing it out loud, I'm yelling it out loud. Definitely, it goes to Killer by Young Pappy. And then I got Cold World by G Herbo.
Okay. Shot in the dark here. Has everybody ever given you the nickname Killer Cam before?
Yeah.
Okay, I was
Since I was young too. That's crazy. Yeah, so
gonna
like
say
it's kind of
that's a
cool.
long walk off of a short branch right there, because most people they just got the name. Like if your first name starts with a C or a K, it's Killer this or So, Willie, what about you? What's your favorite hype song before the game?
I wouldn't even say it's a really hype song, but it's like a song that I've been listening to like probably since I first started playing football once it came out. And it's Champion by Kanye West. Like
Okay.
I listen to it every game. Like as soon as I get on the field, I turn it on.
I'm so glad you didn't. My niece is big into Taylor Swift right now, so I'm just glad neither one of y'all said anything about Taylor Swift, because she'd have ran down the stairs and been like, "I told you." No, you didn't tell me nothing.
But when
For the,
I wake up though, when I wake up before the game, I put on some Adele. I can't lie. I put
okay,
on some Adele before I turn up.
Okay, that one's acceptable to me, but Taylor, I just don't know about her. Uh, Listen, for those of y'all, this is y'all's first Louisville live stream. The way this works, we get a hard 20 minutes. It cuts us off, so we can be mid-sentence. So we don't want y'all to think that we're cutting out on you or being rude. I want them really quick. I've still got a couple more questions, but really quick, Willie, if you will tell them how they can get in contact with you on socials, and then Cam follow them up, and then we'll ask these last few questions that there's a couple of more on the chat line as well.
Okay, yeah. All social media, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat is the Willie Tyler. WILLIETYLER.
All right, Cam.
Instagram, Cameron Kelly, and Twitter, Cameron J Kelly, and that's about the most social medias I use. So
Same with me. Look, my niece tricked me into signing up for TikTok. I don't use it. My wife and mom, they love TikToking all day long. I don't really use it that often. I'm the same. Let's see. The dude says Southern barbecue. Nobody else can touch the unique styles here. True. And wants to know what's the biggest change you've seen in the city of Louisville since you've been here? The food scene, the music scene, or anything?
Well, I mean, I definitely been to more Cuban spots. I haven't really
Yeah.
ate Cuban. The only time I seen Cuban food was when I'm in Florida, and I'm like, okay, I like Cuban food, so I went to Havana Rumba
Yeah.
and they had live music in there, and I was like, okay, it's a little vibe. I like the way
Yeah.
bros singing in the back, and I'm eating these good food. It's good food. And then I mean, I got to check this downtown. It's called La Bodega, where
Yeah.
something like that, and I'm excited to see that.
What about you, Willie?
Honestly, I'm gonna say the food scene. Back home,
Okay.
we don't really have. It's like a taco fest coming up. I want to say it may even start tomorrow. Tomorrow, Sunday, I believe, or like Monday. And I know I'm gonna go to that, but like that's like the first time I done seen something like that where it's just a whole bunch of taco trucks and companies.
Bro, we have a taco week, a pizza week, a burger week. Louisville does the food truck scene, and they do it big. That's for sure. Last question, and again, we thank you all for joining in with us, taking some time out of your Friday night to hang out with me and Willie and Cam on the RaveOn Sports app here for the 502 Circle. All right, this is going to be my only tough question I'm going to ask. First off, because I don't like to ask a whole bunch of tough ones. And second off, we don't have much time. But listen, we all saw the tough loss last week. Our mantra always is get over it, get to the next one. Willie, I'm gonna ask you this first. What have y'all been doing this week to kind of, as a team, to ensure that something like this don't happen in y'all's upcoming game against Duke?
Really just like a full reset. I think the bye week, obviously it wasn't good that we lost or anything, but the bye week just came at a great time because we won't be down on ourselves and play another bad game or something like that. Like I've seen that before, but just
Mm-hmm.
really going back to the bottom and just making sure we got all the little things right, just so we don't make minor mistakes again like we did the last game.
What about you, Cam?
Yeah, I think the big thing is just a full reset, like Willie said, but also shoot, when you get that first L, it's not the, like, you know what I'm saying, it's not the end of the world, but I mean you tend to see people like want to go other ways and stuff. So I mean I came up with a little idea, and we all went like select few group of the guys that could go that didn't have schoolwork or anything. We went bowling, you know what I'm saying, just to pull the team together, and just to, like, you know what I'm saying, be together before we all separated during this little break. But no, that was a huge thing. I was like, I made sure that the team knows that we were still here. You know what I'm saying? And
For
we're
sure,
gonna
for
keep on
sure.
going.
For sure. Well, I want to, again, we've got about a minute and a half left. I want to thank everybody for taking part in the Louisville live stream here on the RaveOn Sports app, brought to you by 502 Circle. Make sure you all tune in after this at 7 p.m. on Twitter, on Facebook, for this week's episode of the CSZ podcast. I'm on vacation, but I'm here in beautiful Orlando, Florida. I had to come do this with my guys, Cam and Willie. You guys, I appreciate that. And love that vintage. Yeah, got the throwback Louisville shirt on. We appreciate y'all as well. Again, this is going to cut off on us here in about a minute. We need 30 minutes. 20 minutes is not enough. So if y'all are
Yeah,
listening out
definitely.
there, let's get 30 of that in. And I hate Duke, but look, I'm just going to keep saying this. Here, we got comments. I hate Duke, beat Duke, beat Duke. I hate Duke. Let's beat Duke and let's have a good time. You guys, thank you so much for joining me tonight.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you
Yes,
for having me.
sir.
All right, and I'll get in touch with y'all later. And everybody, thanks for joining in the RaveOn app. This part's the kind of awkward part where you're waiting on it to cut you off, but it is what it is. We thank everybody for tuning in. And we're waiting for it to cut us off. No. Really, though, thanks, guys. I appreciate y'all doing